I'm ready.
Got it. All right.
Because I don't have too much time, but neither do you, Forman.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was just about to go, but you stopped me. So
Sorry,
sure?
I know.
All right. Well, I'll go then. Oh, thanks, Forman.
Your sparkling water?
Something.
It's supposed to sound like a beer.
Okay.
Okay.
This is due to Underwhelming Demand. It's the podcast that we are proud to announce as of when this comes out, first week in September. Mm-hmm. It's now official. We have been around longer than J-Lo's last marriage. So,
Yes.
it's official now. That is official. High fives everywhere.
High
That's
fives.
right.
Yeah.
High fives everywhere.
And we were smart enough to get a prenup.
There's no feet up there.
Between the
I'll
three
tell
of
you.
us, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, once again, we don't try to set the bar too high. So
Yeah,
we're,
right.
We're,
We're always happily impressed with
That's
ourselves.
Neither was she,
We-
though, to be honest.
That's right. We are beaming with pride over
Yes,
this accomplishment.
that's
Anyway,
right, yeah.
We, but enough about us, Dave, Rachel, and Forman. This fine, and as you know, we're very proud of this podcast, is brought to you by the Ontario Vintage Tractor Pullers Association.
Yes.
And you know about them.
A testament to our longevity, we
That's
have the
right.
Vintage Tractor
That's
Pullers
right.
Association.
Yes,
That's right.
that's right.
And
yeah.
also Campbell Amusements. More about Campbell Amusements in a few minutes. Let's talk about the tractor pullers. Forman,
Yes.
this is your thing. You are an expert in this field.
Yeah, we have several.
And you stand in the field at the tractor pulls.
with the antique tractors.
Yeah.
I know, it's so exciting. I have a chair, but I rarely use it.
Wow, you're on your feet the whole time.
On my feet.
Wow, okay,
it's a
good.
tractor pull. You should be on your feet.
On my
Okay.
feet, covering my ears, getting a face full of track
Maybe you're a little too close. Do you
in my
think?
mouth.
Oh boy, lots of dirt.
We've had some good pulls so far, and so this coming weekend, at the time of this release, we'll be in the Petrolia Fall Fair.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely. That would be Saturday at 6 p.m. It's a late one.
Well, whatever. I mean, kids could go to that 6 p.m.
It's a
and
late-
it's a Saturday night.
Under the lights.
Yes, exactly.
Under the lights. That's okay. Nothing
And you're
wrong with
calling that one, eh? You're calling that?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
calling them
so you'll
all.
be-
that. He calls
Absolutely.
them
Okay, so if you're in Petrolia and you're at the fair, go to the tractor pull because Forman will be there.
all. Foreman will be there calling the whole thing. And
Yeah.
these vintage tractors, you think they're older tractors, but they make a lot of noise, right? They
Some do make a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
racket.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Right. Can I tell you something that's a little embarrassing? I don't really know what a tractor pull is. What do they pull?
Wait.
Wait,
It's not strong men pulling tractors with a cable.
And it's not tractors
Which actually
pulling
would
tractors.
draw quite a lot of attention.
No.
Yes, it would.
I would, yeah.
No,
That'd
they
be
pull
okay
us-
to watch.
They pull a strong weight.
Yeah,
Okay.
they call it a sled, and it kind of is, where there's a big honking weight on it, and when you start on the track, they're hooked up together, and the weight's at the very back. And as you make your way down the track, the weight automatically moves further and further closer to the tractor, so it's harder and harder for the tractor to pull. So it has to
Oh,
keep
I
working
see.
harder. And
Okay.
then you judge how far can it go until it gets stopped and digs in ruts and the front
I
wheels
see.
go up in the air. and
That's what I was
everyone
going to
cheers.
say. My experience at a tractor pull was the front wheels going up in the air,
Yeah.
which I really enjoyed.
Yes,
Do
Yeah,
people
you-
soup up these tractors to make them stronger?
some of them, yeah.
Oh,
This is
some
the
of them,
great thing
yeah.
about the Ontario Vintage Tractor Pullers Association is
Yes.
that we're going back and forth between different powers, different weights, different classes. So some are farm stock right out of the field, and they'll go pull, and then they'll go back and keep doing farm work with the same tractor. And others
Wow, that's
are-
impressive. That's
are
impressive.
very, very modified.
That's
and they are
impressive.
making a lot of, there's flames coming out the spout.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
fun.
yeah,
Wow.
they're
There
loud,
you
they're
go.
What a
fast.
spectacle.
Oh, it really is. Yeah.
Okay,
it's a
so-
lot of
Okay.
fun.
So
right.
Petrolia on the 7th and the Wyoming Fall Fair.
Yeah, Wyoming Fall Fair will be coming up next weekend on the 15th. That's Sunday, and it's at noon. Much more timely for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good time. Not
And
under
then-
the lights.
And then only two more. Brooke-Alvinston Fall Fair will be on the 29th at 11 a.m.
September,
and
okay.
we'll be at the Brigden Fall Fair October 13th at 11 a.m.
That's a big
Okay.
fair, too, the Brigden
Great.
Fall Fair.
And they're
all
always looking for new people. Like if you've got a tractor that you might want to enter, right? Like they're looking for new members.
Absolutely. Always looking for anyone with a vintage tractor. You want to try it out. You've never even
Okay.
done it before. All good. Just get to ovtpa.org and get in contact and get signed up. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
All right. And we appreciate their support. So
Yes,
thanks to the
absolutely.
Ontario Vintage Tractor Pullers Association for sponsoring this fine podcast.
Place to pull.
A place to pull.
Nice.
It's,
Okay.
Great.
All right. I have no segue for this, so I'm just
gonna
going
go
to tell
right in.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't even try.
No, I didn't. I don't have a segue for that from tractors to my daughter's birthday party because it wasn't about tractors. But this is my
Speaking
daughter.
of pulling, I was pulling my hair out at my daughter's birthday party.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that would've worked.
That's a good one, actually.
You know
I
what
like
would have
that.
been a
Very
fun
good.
event to take my daughter and
all her friends, too?
Yeah, celebrate their birthday. A vintage tractor pull.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes,
they would have.
they would
They
love that.
probably would have loved that.
All that, a house full of
Absolutely.
little
But-
girls. I should have just taken them to the tractor pull.
But I'll bet you didn't do that.
No, I didn't. And I did something else that you guys might disagree with.
Well, we
Again.
got you there anyway. Okay,
Yeah,
go.
okay. Well, that's why you guys are much better at segues than I. So
We
Julia,
pulled you down the track.
it's a team effort. I'm the weight that sags us
Okay,
behind.
Whatever.
My daughter Julia turned 11. I can't believe she's 11 years old, but she is. She's a tween and insists on being called a preteen. She has for the last. Yes, she's like, Mom, I'm a preteen now, so she's too cool for school.
Well, babies are
decided-
preteens.
That's true. I
By
said
that
everybody's
logic.
a preteen. She's
Right,
like,
by
well,
that logic.
I'm almost a teen. I'm like, well, let's slow down there.
12 doesn't end in teen.
I know, I
it does
know.
not.
But she's all about it. To my kids, being a teenager is the ultimate. Like my kids think that being a teenager is the ultimate thing in life.
It is
So
though. It was. Remember when you were
That's
when
true.
like
I mean,
yeah.
it is. Yeah, that's true. It's fun.
I didn't think it was that great. It wasn't bad.
I think I liked my 20s better. My 20s, I think I liked even better.
Well,
Teenager
yeah.
was okay.
I just mean at the time. Like I remember
Yeah.
getting like grade 7, grade 8, king of the school. Like you're like 13
Yeah,
by
true.
then, right?
That's
It was
true,
awesome.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true.
Anyway, so she had a birthday party, and because I went to a murder mystery, as I told you guys about a
No.
month or so ago,
No,
Don't
you
even.
please.
she requested to have a murder mystery birthday party.
Wow, that's
So we did. Yeah. So I found a murder mystery for kids because you can buy them on Etsy. There's tons of places that people
had
put
to-
them together.
you had
What?
to buy this.
No.
Well, yeah, you
and
have
if
to
you were
buy
to
like
ask
the
us,
storyline in the kit. Yeah.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you were
How
to
much
ask us
is-
which website sells that, I would have guessed Etsy first.
Yeah, that would be where.
Well, they do. Yeah, that's where you can.
It's a website I have never ever been on. You know,
Really?
that? Never.
Oh.
I have
Yeah.
no
Yeah, that's
desire.
Because
not
guess
really
what
for
they
you.
sell?
Yeah, murder mystery.
They sell all kinds of stuff, actually. It's all like very varied. Anyway, so I bought this murder mystery kit
Can you
that she
hear
really
my-
wanted.
I know you can see it on YouTube, but I hope you can hear my eyes roll. Just hope you can hear that.
My daughter's a theater kid. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I know that's not shocking considering she's mine.
Mm-hmm.
She's a theater kid, and this was right up her alley. So
Uh-huh.
I got the kit, invited everybody. Everybody got a character. All the parents were like, "Oh, that's an interesting idea. That's cool. Okay." And I was like, "All right,
That's an interesting choice of words for them saying interesting.
That's what you. That's
Maybe they hated it. I
That's
don't know.
exactly what when they look at it and go. You mean to tell me we got to come up with a cost? Oh,
Yeah.
why did you just RSVP that we're out of town?
Well, some of them did actually.
Yeah, I wonder
Maybe they
why.
weren't. I don't know.
I wonder why.
This kid who lives in a house with a pool who has a birthday in the summertime is not having a pool party. She's
I
having
know.
a murder mystery party.
Yeah.
Well, they did swim. It was actually pouring rain that day, but it cleared up just for the last hour so they could swim. Because the murder mystery part only took us about an hour and a half. And then they got it and they figured it out and then we kind of moved on. But it was called Slaying at the Slumber Party. So everybody got a character. I sent everybody like their character cards, which was 3 pages in a Word doc each. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
There's a lot of backstory to this one. So
and it's
everybody
specifically for kids, right?
Yep.
Wow.
It's specifically for
wow.
kids. Yeah, because the whole story was these kids are at a slumber party for someone's birthday, and one of the girls dies, and who killed her, kind of thing. And the thing is, you don't know if you're the killer.
Fun. What a fun concept! One of
They
the little
were all into
one of the
it.
little girls, and then you got to figure out which of the other little girls had something to do with it.
Yeah. Well, so the one that died is not an actual character. It's just she's like a fake, like she doesn't exist really. So she's just like nobody
So
plays
we're gonna
that
focus
character.
on the real kid who really murdered the fake kid.
Yeah. So I was like, it could be one of you. So I was the host and I had to like read all this stuff and like set the scene and whatever. And then the kids were actually super into it. I kind of thought, oh, I don't know, because some of these kids are like more sporty. They're not like my kid. And so I don't know if they're going to care. But they were all super into it. And they were all like, I'm like, okay, you got to quiz each other because you have information that you can hide and information you have to share. And so you kind of know about each other. But you in your little character thing might have some questions about other people, like, well, this person left, why did they leave? So go question them about that, right? Like, where was this person when this happened? Who made the popcorn? Where did the poison come from? Right? So the kids were super into it, but then a few of them were pretty nervous when they came, and one of them came like with a full like write out. The mom helped her ahead of time, and I was like, oh, I didn't mean for this to be that much work.
Well done, Ray.
Like, it's okay. I'll help you. Like, it's not supposed to be work. It's just supposed to be fun. But they were all super into it, and it was fun. And most of them guessed the right person who did it, actually.
Okay. So one of the little girls was
Did
the
it.
Murderer?
Yes. And I didn't know who the murderer was when we were giving out the characters. And then I looked after just to make sure that it wasn't Kendall. Because if it was Kendall, that would be bad news. She couldn't do it. She's only 7. We had to help her do the whole thing. Jeremy helped her. And I was like, as long as it's not Kendall, it's fine. It can be any of the other girls because they're old enough to be able to do it. So then they guessed right. Yeah, and it was fine.
How was the murder committed?
Yeah, a poison,
it was
I believe.
a poison. Yeah, she stole. It was like rat poison, and she
great.
stole it from the bathroom. And this character was a goody two shoes that was starting to become a kleptomaniac because she was
the
tired.
murderer.
Yeah, the murderer. She was tired of being a goody two shoes.
There's nothing about this that sort of smacks you as maybe it's not appropriate for.
Well, it was appropriate. It's for kids. They all knew it was fake.
Young children.
I don't know. But then we ordered a cake. So actually, Jeremy's one of his coworkers makes cakes. And so I said, okay, my daughter wants a cake that's like, it's a murder mystery. So I said, can you make a cake with like a girl being stabbed or something like that?
Are you crazy?
She did. It's amazing. You've got to see it. Here's the cake. I don't know if you can see that there.
Yeah, that's...
There's the knife sticking out of the one girl. Wow. They're having a slumber party.
There's a kid in the cake. On YouTube, you can watch this, obviously. But
I'll put a picture up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you see the knife coming out? The 3 girls are sleeping.
Oh, they're like little dolls in sleeping bags on top of the cake.
Yeah.
And then one of them has been stabbed.
Okay.
One of them,
great.
Yeah, maybe there's a better... You see that
How
one?
wholesome.
Wow, that's wonderful. Yeah, it is family friendly.
I don't think that was like... I think it's fine.
What was
right?
the motive for the
murder mystery with 11-year-olds?
It was a whole thing. It was like somebody was framed for something and they were mad about it, and I don't know. It was a whole thing. It was a whole backstory. Then the parents started picking up and they were like, well, what happened? Who did it? Right? Because everybody wants to know. I'm like, well, this little girl did it. Why? What was the motive? I'm like, hang on, let me get the paper. I can't remember. It's a whole thing about why she did it, and it explains everybody. But the thing is, everybody's got a reason to do it, but you have to figure out who's got the biggest reason, right? Like everybody's got something in their character.
Everybody has a reason why they would want to do that
I
kid
think it's fine for kids to do a murder mystery. Like this was for kids, right? I don't think that'll scar anybody.
There isn't. So the word inappropriate didn't ever pop up in your mind?
No, I didn't think
you got
about
plans
that till now.
For an inappropriate 12th birthday?
Not yet. I'll have to see if I can top that one later.
Yeah. I'm anxious to see what that's going to be like.
Well, you have to wait a year. There you go.
Gotta grow up a little bit.
Maybe we'll just have a pool party.
This is due to underwhelming demand, and it's a podcast. It's the podcast that's, like the first day back to school when you were a kid. Never as bad as you think.
True.
Never, and then...
Although I remember going back in OAC and thinking, God, why am I still here?
Yeah. All the grade 12s thought that about you too.
Yeah. And that's how a lot of people feel right about halfway through this podcast.
Yeah. Why am I still
I am
here?
right. I know I'm right. True. This podcast, by the way, with the three of us, Dave, Rachel, and Forman, brought to you by, and thank you very much to Campbell Amusements.
Yes, they bring
and we have a code with them, so this is very important. If you're going to the fair and you want to save some money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they bring the Midway to all the local fairs, not all of them, but a lot of them around here. So if you go to campbellamusements.com, you can use the promo code DUD for due to underwhelming demand. That's us. DUD. That code is only exclusively for our listeners, and you save $20 on online family packs when you purchase them in advance. You got to purchase it before the fair begins, before the start date of the fair.
Yeah, you got lots of time then to purchase them before the Brampton Fair next weekend, or the Stratford Fair the weekend after, or Rockton World's Fair in October.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So the code will work for all of those fairs, and you just go to campbellamusements.com and use promo code DUD. Save $20 before the start date. So you got time.
You got time. Do it. Use the code.
Cambridge and Ilderton fairs are coming up, but you can't use the code there.
Yeah, they do the Midways there, but the code won't work for those ones.
Same great fun rides, though.
They already, why the code doesn't work for those? They already have great deals actually on, so the code doesn't work for them. So.
Okay, there you go.
You can still buy tickets, though, at campbellamusements.com.
Do it.
Oh, yeah, it's my turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it is your turn.
Right. Speaking of having a great time at the fair.
You know who's not weighing us down?
No.
Forman.
That's right.
Pulling that weight along. In fact, going back to school should be a magical time for your children. And that is a specifically used word for apparently 4 out of 5 parents who are trying to make this back-to-school season magical for children.
What?
It should be magical?
What is that?
Magical.
What does magical mean?
It should be magical for me. Get out. Go to school.
Okay.
I've got 3 kids in my house today. I'm trying to work.
That's right.
Go to school.
Very harsh.
Yeah.
But you're the lady that had a murder mystery for kids, so I don't know. Anyway, a magical, define magic. I mean, I think I know what that means, but I don't understand the concept
what has to be magical
about school.
Yeah. It's making the season as magical as possible, so it's letting your kids choose their clothing and outfits, purchasing school supplies that they like, surprising them with their favorite snack in their notes, slipping them a note into their lunchbox as a words of encouragement and love, giving their child a lucky charm to help the school day go smoothly.
Oh, please.
All those kinds of...
a lucky charm.
Yes.
What are they going to take with them? They're going to lose it on the playground.
I don't know. Well, every teacher hearing that is saying, no, don't send your kids to school with toys.
Yeah, don't give them more shit to lose.
Yeah,
you know how full our lost and found is at the end of the year? Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
I mean, there's nothing inherently wrong with wanting that all for your child, but it's not realistic. Imagine if our parents gave 2 shits about back to school being magical for us.
I was lucky if I did any back to school shopping. Like, I don't think I really...
And if I did, that's
nice. Let me try to play the world's smallest violin here for you there.
Thank you. Exactly.
No, this poll shows that 2/3 of parents are trying to let their kids choose their own clothing and outfits, which sure I got to do, but it was limited to whatever was at Giant Tiger.
Yeah, I usually take my kids to Walmart. I'm like, okay, get a backpack, a pencil case, whatever you need, lunch pail, pick it all here. Mm-hmm. You know, just you get one store. This is your option.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. But you're going to help pick based on price and...
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
There's nothing more magical
Yeah.
than taking your kids to Walmart.
We actually for back to
Nothing.
school time.
Nothing at
Well,
all.
they got markers, they got pencil crayons, and all this stuff.
That's magical.
I'm taking the kids separately shopping this year, actually, because Kendall cannot shop as long as Julia. She's younger, and Julia she's more into it now, right? So I took Julia already and got her a bunch of things, and then I've got to take Kendall. But Julia was looking at a backpack somewhere that was like $50. And I'm like, hell no. Like, I am not spending $50 on something you're going to drag around and get
Doesn't
dirty
sound very magical.
and
That
fill. I'm
number.
like, no, we're going to Walmart and
Wow.
you're going to pick a bag there that's under $30.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
And it'll break, and then I'll have to buy a new one. So
That's-
then I thought, oh, should I just buy the $50 one? I don't know. But then I didn't, so whatever.
It doesn't sound magical. You're right,
No.
Foreman.
It's
That's
not magical,
That's not
because this is
magical
what
at all.
you're-
So
yeah.
what's the plan
It's the
for then?
trade-off.
The 7-year-old gets taken where? Same?
Probably the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's probably the same. Walmart. We did some clothes shopping too around the mall. So she got new clothes. And I think both of them, at this point, I'm like, I need you to try on all your winter stuff because I don't know what fits and what doesn't. And that's what you're going to have to get, right? So,
Well, yeah,
yeah.
that's
We'll
true.
see.
Didn't
Winter stuff? Oh my goodness.
Well, like pants and things. I haven't worn pants for 4 or 5 months. So, same with you, Dave. So and then
I don't think
people
anybody
keep looking
cares
at my
whether I'm
kids.
wearing pants, but anyway, who cares?
Well, shorts. People keep looking at my kids and be like, wow, they're so tall. I'm like, great. Now I got to buy them all new pants. Everything's going to be too short. So
Of course
we'll see.
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing with you on these things, but I honestly don't know where my whole family's gone to shop, and I don't know what they've purchased for back to school.
That's
No,
because
somebody
your
else
wife
is
did
doing.
it.
Somebody
Exactly.
else is
Because your
doing
wife
that
did
for
it
you.
for you.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it was as magical as it could possibly be. Not that
not magical.
that was ever in mind. I don't think.
No.
But
I
I do.
don't need it to be magical. I don't care. I don't care about.
Dave,
what-
hasn't Charlotte always had a lot of say brand named goods and such?
Oh yeah.
Yes, she gets
Probably.
the best stuff. She's an only child, though.
No. Well, there's only her, but not always. No, that was never. There were some things but yeah, because. Yeah, that's a very bad idea too. Because what ends up happening is, if you do it once, then you have to do
Then
it
you
10.
have to.
Yeah, and then
know what?
then you have a child that even when they get a job, they're
Spending their money on that.
yeah, yes,
They've become accustomed
Yeah.
to a certain
Yeah.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
As is still
Yeah.
catching
Yeah.
up with you now, isn't it?
Yeah.
My
That's
girls, I was told last year, and I told you about this, they had to have Crocs. It was a whole thing. So I'm like, all right, fine. I bought Crocs as a birthday present. And then
And they know
it was,
there's constant discussion about are those fake Crocs or real Crocs
Oh,
amongst
yeah.
all the children. They
Oh,
know.
yes.
really?
Oh, yeah,
wow.
they know. And they were telling me, we were at Disney World and they were looking at Disney Crocs there. And Kendall's like, these are fake. I'm like, I don't think they sell fake Crocs at Disney World, but okay. But somehow she thinks she knows. Anyways, after the Crocs, it was Uggs. I got to have real Uggs. I'm like, I'm not buying you real. I don't have real Uggs. I have my vegan Uggs from Kirkland brand. They're
Those are-
vegan and they're fake.
They're fugs.
They're fugs.
Yeah,
Faux Uggs.
fugs.
I'm like, that's what you can have. Faux Uggs. You know who takes them to get real Uggs? Grandpa and his partner.
Really?
Yeah, they
Well,
went. They took them shopping.
and got them
So
real
they-
Uggs.
Yeah, and she
Because
was
Grandpa
happy to buy
doesn't know
them.
the difference.
Grandpa doesn't know the
He
difference.
won't, no, he won't know the difference. Trust me. No, he won't.
And Kathy, his partner, was very happy to buy that for them. And I was like, all right, fine. You buy them Uggs. That's why she's like, I got a size bigger so they can grow into them. I'm like, all right, whatever. That's fine. I'm not buying them Uggs.
No.
Like, how about buy me some Uggs? I would like some real ones. Buy me. Where's my Uggs? Just kidding.
Yeah, where's my magical Uggs?
Just kidding, because then they'll show up, and I don't want that. I don't need
Even
that.
I would say even the lunch is magical, where parents, it's like almost half of parents are trying to surprise their kids with their favorite snacks in their lunch, right? I had to make
Yes.
my own fucking lunch, and it
Yeah.
sucked every day.
I remember
Did
starting
you
to
walk
make my own.
uphill and you
Yes.
did all of that stuff?
Yeah, I
Sure.
think
all those
I had to make
pajamas,
mine.
blah blah blah, all that. Yes.
Not till grade 7 or 8, though, I didn't make my lunch. And then for sure in high school, I had to make my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and do my own laundry and my mom was just like,
So-
I'm done. You're doing it all yourself.
Now,
So I
you're
was
pretty
like,
sure when you make those lunches, by the way, Foreman, do you make lunches for the girls now?
Sometimes, yes. Yep.
Yeah, okay. And you put in, you like to put in healthy stuff they like.
Yes,
healthy
they don't
stuff.
like when Daddy makes the lunches because it's
Yeah.
way healthier.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Really?
they're probably, 9 times out of 10, if they're like kids that I've known, that I've helped to supply lunches to, and kids that I used to sit beside. And you know this too, because you went to school. How much of that do you think they're actually eating, and how much of it are they throwing out? How was the celery today, kids? Oh, really good, Dad.
Yeah.
Yum.
Do they trade it away for something else?
Give me more.
Yeah. My kids just don't eat it. They come with like a full lunch home. I'm like, what did you do all lunch hour if you didn't eat?
Yeah.
They're yapping. They're talking.
That's what a lot of that stuff comes home again, and that's what we say, well, that's your snack after school. You finish that first. How magical is that fucking thing?
There's some magic for you.
Can you feel the wonder in the air?
Okay, I think we're done. I think before Forman
School.
loses
What a
something.
wondrous time.
Yeah. This is due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast that's like the first day of school being a PD day. Odd.
Yeah. That's a new thing they're doing now.
Irritating.
Yeah, irritating. Sure, pick a word.
Wait, I've got them for another day?
Dumb.
What
am
I supposed to do for one day?
Duff.
Anyway, speaking of dumb, see, that's all you got to do. I came across this. Apparently, this is an online thing. I don't know who put it all together. But do you remember when we once had a radio show? And I always
further away by the day.
Getting further
Yeah,
away
really.
by the day. I used to think it would be that it was sort of more fun to, because there are appropriate words for certain things that you can use. You can be very official with your wording if you want. But I always thought it was more fun to sort of talk about things that were maybe not appropriate material for all ages. Mm-hmm. But if you did them in a humorous way, if you described certain adult activities in a different way, in a family-friendly way,
Sure.
it was more fun to me.
Euphemisms are our best friend.
Yeah, euphemisms are our best friends.
Yeah.
And country music, because that's the music that we played, was filled with songs with euphemisms for adult activities.
I'd sure like to check you for ticks.
Exactly.
Go for a ride on the big green tractor.
Go for a ride on the big green tractor.
Yeah.
Like that. Or my favorite, and then we got in trouble for that one. Look it up in the Urban Dictionary. Go and get a little mud on the tires.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, if you know what I mean.
We didn't know what that really meant.
No.
And then
No, we didn't know.
someone told us one day and said, look it up in the Urban Dictionary. And we all did. And we were like,
That's why
That's
it says
not what
mud.
we meant.
That's not what we.
That's not
No,
what
we were talking
thought.
about getting a ride on the big green.
Right.
There were so many songs that sort
Knocking
of.
boots.
That's
Yeah,
right.
knocking boots.
Knocking
Yeah.
boots. You
That's
mean
right.
having sex?
Yeah. Okay.
Which I think we did one time, didn't we?
Yeah,
Did
we
do that?
Maybe,
recreated
yeah,
that
probably.
masterpiece.
We did. So I came across, this is a list of family-friendly phrases, if you will. Family-friendly phrases for fornication.
Finally.
Finally.
Because
Oh,
we've been looking
boy.
for family-friendly.
Fantastic.
Familiarize
phrases.
us, David.
Familiar phrases for
Your
fornication,
fantastic
finally.
phrases.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Would you like some family-friendly
Similar.
phrases for fornication music?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
you have some?
Yes, please. Yes,
Okay,
please. If you have
great.
some. Oh, that's awesome.
we go.
Perfect.
Okay. And you
I
know,
didn't. I didn't know we had that.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. So the one that we really, really enjoyed for the longest time, we were doing mud on the tires, and then we were doing checking for ticks, and then a big green tractor. But somebody called us once and said, we always say watching Harry Potter,
Yes.
which we loved.
We ran with.
We ran with that because that
was a
in my
years-long shtick.
Oh yeah, it made
Yeah.
absolutely no sense. But I loved it. I loved it. What are you going to do? We're going to go watch Harry Potter. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So with that in mind, here are some more of these family-friendly
Okay,
phrases
perfect.
for. Okay, like going to take a nap.
Yeah.
But I do take naps, like actual naps.
All right.
Okay.
Be confusing at your house.
Some of them aren't
yeah.
that great, apparently.
It would be confusing. Alone? Yeah.
Yeah. Having an adult meeting. Having an adult meeting.
Okay. Actually, a friend of mine referred to it as the morning meeting.
Having the morning meeting.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if that's what he actually was insinuating, but the rest of us took it that way.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Sure, okay. Sharing some quality time.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
That works. I don't think kids will fall for that one, but
No.
Helping each other with our taxes.
But in the bedroom.
which I really like.
Or anywhere, I guess.
Where are you going,
really.
Mommy? We're going to help your dad with our taxes.
Yeah, okay.
Upstairs.
Don't come looking for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
These are family-friendly phrases for fornication. Going over the insurance papers.
Yep. Equally boring. Yeah.
They don't know what that really means or in this way
No.
either.
I don't know.
I don't know what that really
Kids
means.
don't
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Sure, it sounds boring. Go do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing hopscotch.
Oh, I like that.
That's better.
Well, yeah, but I don't think
I
you're
like
gonna you're not gonna get rid of kids by.
That
going
sounds
to
very
play.
acrobatic.
Yes, but
Yeah.
you're not gonna.
Yeah,
the
they might
kids
want to
are-
join.
The kids
Yeah.
may want to come, and that's not a good idea.
That's true. Yeah.
Doing a team building exercise. I do
Okay.
like that. I like that. That's a very
Fair enough,
That's,
yeah.
That's very 2024 of us, I think.
Sure. Yeah.
Although kids may have some interest in participating still.
Right.
I would say.
Don't
Yeah.
call it a game, though. It's an
that's
exercise.
true. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Doing some cardio. Well, that's not lying.
Sure.
That's not lying. That's not lying.
Yep.
All right. Family-friendly phrases for fornication. Moving furniture.
Okay. Sure. So if you hear noises, then you know
Right.
what's going on.
The bed move.
We're just moving the bed.
We're moving furniture. Where are you going, Mom and Dad? I'm
Microphone
going to move furniture. Here we go. Here's another one. We're going to fold laundry.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nobody wants to be a part of that.
No.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That'll keep them away.
Loading the dishwasher.
But that requires being in a certain area.
I don't think a kid's gonna fall for that, but
No.
I do like it.
I like how
why.
I'm like I don't like but I see what it insinuates. So
Gotta go load the dishwasher. That's what
Right.
he said.
yeah.
That's what he said.
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay. A couple more here. These,
Okay, good.
Thank you to Reddit.
Please
Reddit
don't stop.
Oh, look, knocking boots is on the list. Okay.
Okay.
You mean having sex?
Pick one out of 5 country songs and it's about
Yes,
that.
right.
Yes.
Listening to some Prince.
That's as random as watching Harry Potter.
I know, but it works.
Funny.
But it works.
Okay.
It does work. And also, here's one more. Letting the kids watch another episode.
Yes.
Okay, well
That
that's
works.
actually the best, I think.
Yes, that one would work.
We're going to go and let you watch another episode. Yeah.
We'll leave you alone in
Yes.
peace and quiet.
That's
Yes.
right. Watch another episode.
Have at it on the iPad. There you
Why
go.
is-
Keep
why
you
do
get
you
more
have-
screen time.
Why do you have Prince on? Never mind.
Just doing our taxes. Just updating our
my
will.
Updating our will. Yeah.
Screwing in a light bulb.
Forming a series of trust falls.
That's
A
right.
series of trust falls.
That's right. This is due to Underwhelming Demand. It's a podcast. We're Dave, Rachel, and Forman, the podcast that has been brought to you by both the Ontario Vintage Tractor Pullers Association and Campbell Amusements. Thank you to both of them. Campbell Amusements, don't forget the code DUD, use it. And go to the Vintage Tractor Pull. Petrolia is the one that's coming up, and Forman will be there.
Yep. Petrolia, Wyoming, Alvinston, and Brigden, the remaining pulls of the season.
There we go.
Cool.
Also, if you would like to sponsor this fine podcast, get a hold of us, daverachelforman@gmail.com, anywhere on social media. And if you just want to write to us or make a comment, do it. We love to hear from
Anytime.
you.
Yes,
Yeah.
we love to hear from you. It's
Yeah,
our
Melissa
only
has
way.
a message for you, Rachel.
Oh, Melissa.
From a few episodes ago, I guess this would be referencing. It says, Rachel, I just finished the podcast from this week or that week, and the whole age thing gets me all the time. I'm just shy of 40. I definitely feel like 30, and I'm sticking with that age for a long time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
You
The
feel
whole
like
what
30.
age
Okay.
do you feel?
Do you
Oh,
feel?
yes, that is what.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
I feel not 40, but then sometimes I do feel 40, and that's depressing.
yeah, and that's where it really becomes, and it gets worse as you get older. By the way, because there's time you could try to stick to 30, and that's a great goal. Keep 30 there, but there are times where you go, yeah, I'm not 30 anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not 30 anymore.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
not, no more of that.
Yeah,
got a
like I
message
see these
from-
young, cool people. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm one of them. And then I'm like, oh, they don't think I'm one of them.
No,
they don't.
That
no, they do
sucks.
not. No, they do not.
I used
Aaron
to
sent
be.
us a message after I talked about being at the hunt camp and having some scratching noises around my head at night.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Aaron says, my house has always had resident mice.
Oh,
His
boy.
house. I was standing in the bathroom the other day. I saw a mouse run through the bathroom, under my door, and into my closet.
No, thank you.
I was able to catch 4 mice in 48 hours, and I have noticed the wall behind my bed has gotten so much quieter.
Oh, yeah. You know,
Well, that's hopefully they're gone.
well, I was using
know.
some traps to try to deal with my vole problem, as
Yes.
we have discussed on a couple of podcasts.
Right.
And from time to time, this is one thing I know, but not all mice are like this. But sometimes it's just one of those things where I was trying to trap voles, and I was getting, I was thinning out the
mouse population.
the most popular.
It's a 2 for 1.
Yeah,
But right
it's a
now
two-
it's warm. Like the
Yeah.
mice don't have to be, like it's when it starts to get colder that you're going to start to hear more mice. Yeah.
perhaps. Yeah,
Do you know what actually worked for us? Because we had a mouse or mice getting in at some point, and we put grates on everything and whatever. Anyway, what actually worked was that plug-in buzzer that you just plug in somewhere, and it just emits like a high-pitched buzz and keeps critters away. And it
I don't
actually
know if that works.
it worked because we didn't have
Really?
a problem. Yes, it did. We plugged it in outside, and we just left one there. And yeah, so it was
For
it
the
worked.
whole outdoors.
But people don't really hear it. It just sounds like a
No.
low kind of buzz, but it's so high pitched, people don't really hear it.
What about dogs?
Well, I don't know. We didn't have
Driving
a
the
dog
dogs
at
and the birds crazy.
the time. They stay away. They all stayed away.
A lot of your neighbors are like, why the dog goes nutty when he's outside? It's like he's swatting at his ears, and yeah.
Why does
Wonder
the dog
why?
want to
Wonder
bark
why
at their
that
house
is.
all the time? Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of staying away from places, one more comment we have from our episode a couple of weeks ago from Casey on Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Spotify.
Casey writes, "Hey Rachel, I just got a gift certificate for
The
keg."
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So
someone,
she asks-
someone who knows nothing about you gave you that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So she asks, "Do you want to grab your gift card because I know you have one and we can go together?"
Yes.
I'm definitely not asking Foreman or Dave. Just
No,
you.
you don't need to.
I
take
love
us.
the keg. Yeah.
And you
no.
do have one standing by, don't you?
I love the
A
keg.
gift card?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I love the keg. Yeah, that's Rachel.
Love the keg. Yeah. Okay. It was a couple episodes ago. I talked about our
You're not going to go with Casey
I'll
until
go
you
with
get a
Casey.
gift card.
Well, when I have a gift card, yeah. But
Until
which
an
shouldn't-
acquaintance
shouldn't
feels
take
pressured
too
to give
long.
you something. So
It shouldn't take too long to
Yeah.
acquire one.
No,
will show up.
You wouldn't think.
A couple episodes ago, I talked about our road trip and how we have to stop like every 2 hours for the kids to go pee. And Brenda commented on YouTube for us. She says, "That's me. I have to stop every 2 hours." Yeah. So, every 2 hours is okay. You get out, stretch your legs, stop for 5 minutes, and then you get back in. It's not that bad.
So you went all the way to how far? Halifax? No, Cape Breton.
Cape
correct?
Breton. Yeah.
How many days did it take? Like 17? If you're stopping every 2 hours, you'll
No.
never get there.
No. Well, we did. I don't know.
How many? How many overnights to get
Two
there?
overnights. Yeah, we took 2. You could push it and do it in one overnight for
Do you
sure.
think?
But
Yeah.
the kids, Kendall it's just a little bit too long.
Okay.
So we're
Well,
like, all right, we'll
from London to Cape Breton, yeah, that's stretching it for one overnight.
Well, you can do.
You're doing like 2 12-hour days with with
that's a
stops
long
and
drive.
everything. It'll be 12 hours.
They're long drives. Yep,
Yeah.
long drives.
Yeah.
I mean, you're stopping every 2 hours. They're a lot
Yeah.
longer.
Yeah.
A lot.
We don't
longer.
stop for that long, but yeah, it's a lot of pulling over.
long drives in large prostates.
Okay. Only one of us is a boy. The other 3 are girls.
I
Okay.
can't understand what the problem is.